Good afternoon. We're back with another episode of the Lord of the Rings progression series played solo. Today's quest is the first quest of Khazad-dûm expansion, Into the Pit. We'll be playing a brand new deck, a deck that I designed. It's probably not entirely original. After all, there's only so many cards, so many good cards, but I haven't seen it anywhere else, so let's take a look. It's designed to compensate for the weakness of the dwarves in the early game, which is questing. Typically, so far we've been playing Éowyn, Frodo, and Boromir, and you can quest with all three of them turn one and be okay because Frodo can tank an undefended attack no problem and convert it into threat. The dwarves can't do that. They need someone to defend. You can tank an undefended attack with Gimli in some cases, but you got a lot of orcs that do 5 damage if they're undefended, and so they can't be tanked undefended. So the dwarves are a little bit less flexible in the early game, and they provide a little bit less questing power. And so this deck is designed to compensate for that with Erebor Record Keeper, which you're going to hard mulligan for. Or you'll want Song of Travel and Escort from Edoras. I love Escort from Edoras for questing. It's an amazing card. So I have green, red, and purple heroes. I don't have blue, so I'm playing Song of Travel along with a couple of blue cards, Unexpected Courage, Escort from Edoras, Galadhrims Greeting, and Untroubled by Darkness. You'll note if you added up the cards that it comes to 52. Sometimes I'm a little bit lazy about deck design. Anywhere from 50 to 53 I'm okay with. Or 50, 51, 52 are all okay with me. If it's not okay with you, I would remove Faramir and one Untroubled. One Faramir and one Untroubled by Darkness to put it at 50. So let's get started and see how this performs in the Khazad-dûm quests. We will shuffle the decks. Get the hand going. And I don't see the cards that I hard mulligan for. I'm looking for Song of Travel with Escort from Edoras or Erebor Record Keeper. So let's mulligan. There's Song of... Still didn't get what I want, so... A little bit of a slow start, it seems. For the setup, the Cave Torch goes on a hero. It doesn't matter who. We'll just give it to Dain. And these two locations are set aside out of play. All three of these need to be cleared in phase 1. Starting with this one, and then the second one will come into play when the first one is cleared. While the first one is active, enemies won't engage, and you cannot optionally engage them. So they just sit there, and then they all gang up on you when you clear the East Gate location. So it's pretty important that you clear it as quickly as possible, or you can get locked in here where there's too much threat for you to overcome, and you can't do anything to clear it. So you need a strong opening questing-wise, which is the dwarves' weakness, and we didn't draw our compensation cards, so we'll see how it goes. Could take a few attempts to beat the quest, but we'll see. When revealed, reveal 1 encounter card per player and add it to the staging area. That's one of my least favorite cards. It's so annoying. It's going to go on Dain. It means he has to be ready at the end of the combat phase, or you add another card. And Dain is our main defender. We're going to be wanting to quest with Bifur and Gimli. So not a good start. But let's get started. Not a good start at all. 1 resource per, and we're going to draw. And I don't have anything to play unless I want to play a Song of Travel. And there's no reason to do that turn 1. So let's just quest and see what we get. It is a goblin follower. When revealed, engages the last player. This doesn't prevent enemies from engaging. It just says you can't optionally engage or make engagement checks. So this, when revealed, still goes off. And he's in. And We have 6 progress to 0, so I think I may just Durins Song and clear this location turn 1, because that boosts it. I'll put it on Gimli, which boosts his questing by 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll just clear that troublesome location right away. And this comes into staging right away. And now during the movement phase, we can move there for the cost of 3 threat. Now, do I want to feint this dude's attack? Or do I want to take it undefended on Gimli? If I draw a shadow card of 2, it'll kill one of my heroes, and I will concede. Otherwise, I would put the undefended damage on Gimli. Or I could feint and avoid all risk entirely. I don't want to defend with Dain because of the watchful eyes. I like to use feint in a situation where I can kill an enemy. I'll risk the undefended attack in this situation, and we'll see what happens. Defending player must choose and exhaust one character he controls. Well, that is really annoying. But the 3 damage goes on Gimli uneventfully. And now at the end of the combat phase, I have to reveal one from the encounter deck. It is, each player must exhaust a character and discard the top card of his deck. So I looked up this card to see what happens if all of your characters are already exhausted, and in the thread on Board Game Geek there was a lot of discussion about this, and the majority of the respondents seem to feel that if you don't have a character to exhaust, then the card does not go off. And so that's what I'm going to go with in the absence of an official ruling. I mean, I could also choose one of my already exhausted characters for this to target, which would be Dain, in which case, unless I draw a 5, it wouldn't matter, and there's only 3 5s in the deck. That's Gandalf, so it's highly unlikely to make any difference, but for what it's worth, the majority of the players seem to feel that if you don't have a character to exhaust, then you don't have to worry about this. That will be the end of the turn. Let's ready up. Gimli is buff enough to kill this goblin follower if Dain is ready, and not if Dain is not ready. I did draw Erebor Record Keeper, that's great. Gonna get it out, and also get this veteran Axehand out. And Durins Song leaves at the end of the round, last round. No, I'm not going to play Veteran Axehand. What I'm going to do is feint this attack so that Gimli can kill it. I don't have to sacrifice anybody. And so that is all I will do this turn. Just quest with these 2. It's a location. Each player may choose and discard 1 card at random from his hand. If you do not, it gets surged. So I will do that. Random discard. Aw, I wanted that guy. I swear random discard prioritizes the card on the end. Do I want to Cave Torch this? This turn. I could Cave Torch it this turn and next turn. It's a little risky. Well, first we've got 3, 4, 5 to 3. That's 2 progress. It's going to clear that location. Bring that into play. As I've said before, dwarves are a little weak questing in the early game. As you see, if we were playing Boromir, Frodo, and Eowyn would be questing with all of them and taking this damage undefended, and probably using threat to ready up Boromir and kill this if in one turn if we had Blade of Gondolin on Boromir. But in this case, we'd be pushing 7 threat a turn, and with these dudes, we're only at 5, and we had to get an ally out in order to do that. Anyway, the point of that was you might want to Cave Torch more locations than you normally would in the early game. Whereas usually I might just clear this with questing progress. I'm thinking I probably need to cave torch it. So I'll do that after engagement. So we'll say in the travel phase, we're going to go ahead and move to the bridge, I think. It is a debate about when to do that because you can't play cards while it's active. So let's move there. Yep, let's move there. Let's not move there. I can't feint if I move there. So let's leave that there for now. Let's go past the engagement phase, and then I'm going to cave torch for 3 progress on this location. And I have to reveal a card, and it is not an enemy, so I'm good. And now the combat phase, we're going to feint this attack. So he gets a shadow card still, but he doesn't attack. And it goes away, and now I can attack with Gimli for 3 because of his damage, 2 base, plus 1 for Dain is 6 total. That kills that goblin. And that'll be the end of the turn. And now I will use Bifur's ability to pay 1 resource from a hero's resource pool. We'll take it from Gimli to add to Bifur, and now I can play Map-Maker. And we're questing. And if anything comes, we're going to have to tank it with Dain. Nothing did come. When revealed, remove all progress from the current quest. Well, that's good, because it does remove 1 progress, and that's all it does. And now we're going to go ahead and cave torch this away for 1, 2, 3. And we'll see what we get. It is an enemy, a big enemy. Well, that happens. And do I want to move there? I will. And this enemy is going to engage. And he is going to be a pain in the neck in multiple ways. 4 attacked, 3. It's 1 damage. And now at the end of combat phase, I'm going to have to reveal a card. It's a Doom 2 Surge into a Goblin Follower that engages at the end of the combat phase, so he's not going to attack this turn. That'll be the end of the turn. Should I use this and power through this part of the quest? Think not. I think I need a minimum questing strategy where I deal with the threats I have, because they are not going to be easy to deal with. Not easy at all. Do I want to keep him to ready up someone? He can't attack or defend. He's not a chump blocker. So I could quest with Bifur, or I could use him to give someone multiple attacks. Like Gimli could do 5 twice and deal with that patrol leader. I think that's what I'll do. I'll have the patrol leader attack and kill this map maker, and I'll have the follower attack and Bifur. And so I'm not going to quest with anyone. I'll just eat the threat. Yeah, I can't do Untroubled by Darkness because I can't play anything right now. And so actually not clearing that right away is a big risk, but I don't have a choice, or because I'll take undefended attacks that I can't really stomach. This is an excellent illustration of the dwarves' weakness in the early game, because you don't have the option of questing and absorbing the damage via threat with Frodo, and you don't have the option of questing with Boromir, and you don't have the 4 questing power of Eowyn. The dwarves do scale up really well into the late game. By the way, this analysis is all in solo play. It's completely different in multiplayer. But the dwarves do scale up really well in late game when you get out of the early game. So this is a bad draw. There's only 2 of those in the 50 card encounter deck. And if you draw one early, a lot of the times it means a loss no matter what deck you're playing if you don't have Gandalf. Even if you do, sometimes he can cancel Gandalf's damage. Anyway, let's try this strategy and see what happens. We're just going to quest with no one. It's a location, okay. 2 threat. Now we're going to have the patrol leader attack here. Follower attack Bifur. Do the Bifur attack first. It's a dud, so 1 damage. The follower, also a dud, but 4 damage, does kill the Map-Maker. And so Gimli can attack for 5. We kind of got to get lucky. Actually, he's attacking for 6, thanks to Dain. Got to get lucky and not have the damage canceled. It is not canceled. So that is 3 damage, exhausting Gimli. Now we will exhaust the Record Keeper and pay 1 lore resource to ready up Gimli. And he will attack again. And big money? Nope, this time the damage is canceled. So we're in a bit of trouble here. There's nothing more I can do this turn. So let's ready up. Oh, actually we're not in trouble. Orc Slayer to the rescue. Because he deals 1 damage to each orc in play. And that's 1, and that's 1. He does get the chance to cancel that damage. Let's see if he can. He does not. So, he is now dead. And now we're okay. I'm going to use Bifur's ability to add 1 resource. We'll take it from Gimli and play Erebor Hammersmith. And now we're okay. Oh, wait. Back it up. Can't do any of that. Can't do any of that because of the Bridge of Khazad-dûm. What a bother. Can't do any of that. Can't do anything. Okay. So this turn I'm going to have the patrol leader. I think I'm going to have Dain tank one of the attacks. 1 on Bifur, pray he doesn't die. 1 on Dain. I would have been okay if that damage hadn't gotten canceled, but I guess hoping for 2 checks in a row that didn't was too much. Yep, so no questing again. Can't afford to do it. And if another enemy comes out, I'm in trouble. 3, 4, 5. When revealed, you have to discard 1 at random. Okay. So it's 5 threat. That's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is the way this has to be. Add to the staging area. That's a problem. 3 to 2, but at least Bifur didn't die. 4, add to the staging area. That's a problem. 1 damage. And I don't... Oh yeah, I get the resources back because I didn't get to play Erebor Hammersmith. So Gimli will attack. See how this goes. Does he cancel? He does not. He is dead. Now I'll pay 1 resource to ready him up. and attack again, and that guy is dead. 6 damage to 2 shields. Even at full health, he'd be dead. But we're facing a lot now, and we've got to reveal another card. And I do not think this can be overcome when I can't play any cards. In fact, I know it can't, because 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I cannot now clear this board. Well, we'll see what happens with Faramir. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna... Okay, that's a good card. That's a very good card, but I can't play it now, and I can't play Faramir either. So yeah, all I can do is let's pretend at the end of last turn I cave torched on this. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what. It's an enemy, so it's added to the thing. Then at the beginning of this turn I cave torch again to clear that, and the check is a location. So this is what I'm facing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 6, 7, 8. Well, we'll play it out. It's a loss, but I just want to see. Okay, so it's 8 to 8 anyway. No questing progress. All these guys are going to engage. They're going to slaughter my heroes. That's game. Attempt number 2. Hopefully not a watchful eyes turn 1. I don't see the cards I'm looking for, so there we go. Stronger start this time. Start with 1 in the staging area. It's a surge. The wind revealed does nothing. It's also a surge because it can't do anything. Into a patrol leader, turn 1. Okay. Fun, fun, fun. Let's get started. We get out the record keeper turn 1. He's not going to engage turn 1, and I do have a feint when he does engage. But I think first I'm going to risk putting his 4 damage on Gimli. Undefended. So let's quest with everyone. It's 3, does nothing, so surge into must discard 1 questing character he controls available. Rip record keeper. Got 3, 6 to 3. That's 3 progress. Gonna optionally engage him this turn. Have him attack undefended and hope the shadow card's a dud. It's added to the staging area, but it's 4 damage on Gimli. And that will be the turn. Now, I can have Dain tank the patrol leader and have Gimli attack for 6. Which isn't enough. I'll have Bifur tank the patrol leader, but I'll have to hope the shadow card does nothing. Oh, I'm going to feint, so okay, I'll feint. Let's get out the veteran Axehand. And just thinking about whether I want to play Erebor Hammersmith or Erebor Record Keeper. I'll use Bifur's ability to steal a token from Dain. And I'll play the Hammersmith. Now, I need... He's going to get feinted. He will attack Dain, I think, so I'll quest with just Bifur, actually. I'll have him attack Hammersmith, and then Axehand can kill him. Yep, that should clear everything. That's 3 threat. 1, 2, 3... That's fine. I make no progress. Oh, I messed up. I'm going to have to reset this game. Enemies don't engage and no engagement checks are made while this is active. This guy should not have engaged or attacked at all last turn. Actually, I can correct that pretty easily. No damage on Gimli, and he stays there. And then in that case, obviously, I quest with everyone. Sorry about that, viewers. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 to 3, 4, 5, 6. I revealed a card already, right? Yeah, I did. This was the card. So I make 3 progress. I'm gonna, I think, have to play Durins Song on Gimli to clear that location, or I'm gonna get overwhelmed. But if I do that, these are both going to engage. One will attack Dain and one will attack undefended. He will attack undefended. And this game is all messed up because the encounter deck would have played out differently since I used a shadow card I shouldn't have, but you know, mistakes were made. I could concede at this point and reset because of that. Just say I lose because I forgot things. But I'll keep going for the entertainment value, I guess. Anyway, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 progress. And Durins Song clears the location. Add. That would have removed a progress token from the current quest card. No. That. I had them in the wrong order. I forgot. Alright, that's the order they came out in. So anyway, first haul I'm going to move to... I'll move to the underground tunnels first. And now, with no restriction, these are both going to engage. And I'll take his damage undefended and hope for the best, and Dain will tank him. So, defending player raises threat by 2. And undefended for 4. So we survive and get away with it. Now I need a plan. I will feint his attack. Dain will tank. No. Erebor Hammersmith will tank. So I'm just questing with Bifur. It's the plan from a turn ago. But now I can do it because the enemies actually are engaged now. So we got 3 to 3. Okay. It's not dark, so it doesn't get +3. It gets +1. That's fine. So far, so good. 3 to 3. Breaks even. He's going to attack Hammersmith. He will attack... Oh, I can't have him attack Dain because then I'll only do 6 damage instead of 7. So, rip Axehand. No. We're going to feint. Yep. Feint. There we go. So he does nothing. I'll put there to remind. And this still gets a shadow card, just doesn't go up. That's 3 to deal 1 damage to the defending character, which means he's not going to live. 3 to 1 is 2 more damage. No worries. Now, he will attack for 3, which destroys it. And he will attack for 7, thanks to Dain. And we need to discard the top card of the encounter deck. If it's an enemy, the damage will be cancelled. It is an enemy, the damage is cancelled. Aggravating that enemy is. Same thing happened in the first game. Although in this case, I think the planning was better, but yeah, it happens. So that'll be the end of that turn. And we can get Steward out for 2. And we can get another Record Keeper out for 1. Next turn it'll be Faramir. This turn I'm gonna have... I think I want Dain to tank the damage, which means Gimli would only do 6, so I would have Gimli and the veteran Axehand team up for the attack. It's really important that you keep your dwarf allies alive or you get snowed under with questing value against you in the staging area, because read ad nauseum, the dwarves are a little weak on questing in the early game without ally support. So let's go. I could also just quest with Bifur and use the record keeper ready up Dain after defending the attack, which would save my Axehand. Or save, yeah, quest with Bifur, quest with the Axehand, save him, to ready up Gimli, or to ready up Dain after he tanks this patrol leader's attack. That's what I'll do. 2, 3, 4 to 1, 2, Doom 2 Surge into a Sigil Mineshaft. That's fun. 5, 6, 7 to 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can tank 3 threat for no benefit, or I can tank 5 threat. I can use the action window prior to completion and get rid of that for 5 threat. I think I have to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Off it goes. I could also do just 2 and try the cave torch. But the 5 is guaranteed, so let's do that. I don't like leaving things to luck if I don't have to. That means it's 3, 4 to 2, so 2 progress. And now patrol leader attacks for 4. That's great. 1 damage, and we will exhaust him and spend a resource to ready Dain up. And now Gimli can swing for 7 instead of 6 because Dain is ready. And let's see if the damage is cancelled. It is cancelled again. Oof. Well, Gimli is apparently charging forward with his axe and falling on his face in front of the patrol leader. Patrol leader does look like he's mocking him, right? Anyway, let's go ahead and play exhaust Steward for 2 progress, 2 resource tokens, and we get Faramir out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I may just have Faramir tank the attack this turn, so then we can quest with these dudes. And we got in comes another enemy. Probably shouldn't have quested with everyone, that was greedy. We got 2 against 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 progress. And we're gonna have, I don't think there's any way I can put enough damage on him to kill him this turn. So I'm just gonna do this. Deal 1 damage to the defending character. That means Faramir is gonna die. It's 3. Wait, does it? No. 3 to 2 is 1 damage, so he's fine. Exhausted but fine. And this is a dud, so 1 damage on Dain. And now we'll just have Gimli swing for 6 and kill that follower. Ready up. 2 more with Steward. Gonna start transferring resources to Bifur. Really need a Song of Travel. Also could really use Gandalf. Also could use Gimli not falling on his face anymore. We're just gonna quest with those dudes. So location, okay, 2, 4 to 3, 4, 5, 6 to progress. Finally clear that. Gonna go Stairs of Nain next. I can't do that. Have to exhaust a character to do that. So we'll go first hall, 3 threat. We're getting close to the limit. There's multiple cards we need to draw. Gandalf would be the dream draw. Played a little fast and loose with the threat, and We're in trouble. What was my plan? Oh yeah. Dain tanks. Shadow enemy gets +1, +3. If a goblin, it is a goblin, so he gets 7 to 3. That's 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, and rip Dain. And that's going to be a concede from me. So, next attempt. Not a strong start. Also not a strong start, but turn 2 will be good. In comes the torch. The encounter deck gives us a mine shaft to open. Probably gonna have to use the torch on that. 1, 2, 3. We're questing. Gotta discard a card at random. Sneak attack, okay. So we got 6 to 8. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. 2 threat. And we have to use the torch because otherwise we're gonna lose every quest forever. Oh wait, before I take the 2 threat, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cave torch on the mine shaft for 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to use the action there. But first I got to see what I get from the cave torch. It's not an enemy. Great. Then I'm going to use the action there to raise threat by 2. And clear the mine shaft. And then I have 3, 6 to 3. So 3 progress. Much better. Much, much better. And now we're going to have a strong turn too. Very strong. Ready up. Got Steward. We got Veteran Axehand. Got Erebor Hammersmith. We got Bifur's ability to transfer a resource from Dain. And then we got Record Keeper. That's a strong start. There's no point in keeping him ready because I don't have any more resources. So we're just questing with these fellows. +1 for each dark location. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 against 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4 progress. Great. We're in motion. Before I do that, gonna try cave torch on the branching paths. 1, 2, 3. Clear that. See what we get. It is not an enemy. Good luck so far. After bad luck drawing enemies with the patrol leader. Now, clear that. Go ahead and move there. My general policy is to clear these locations before these because the Bridge of Khazad-dûm prevents you from playing cards. So, and I clear before clearing this because if I go up to this, I'll add 1 additional threat against me. So, before the first hall, before you put the first hall active, I clear out the other locations. Typically. So far, having better luck, so that's good. Gonna transfer a resource. Ooh, actually, now I've got Song of Travel. Yeah, and Unexpected Courage. So now Dain can do some questing. And Dain says dwarf characters, and he is a dwarf character. So he quests for 2 when he's ready. So you can commit him to the quest, then ready him up, and he will add 2. And that's very good. So, that's everything I wanted to play once I spend the 2 resources. Now we're questing. I will leave him ready to go. And I'll quest with everyone else, including Dain, and I'll ready him up with Unexpected Courage. So we got 1, 2, 3 against. The good luck continues. To 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. To 2, 9 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we can go ahead and move to the first hall for 3 threat. Yep, much better luck. I don't have anything to do this turn except generate resources and transfer 1 to Bifur. And same as last turn, requesting. Okay. I'm not going to be able to quest with Dain anymore after this. I don't think. But that's a lot of progress. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's clear. Bridge of Khazad-dûm. Gonna go ahead and move there. And, oh, great, another unexpected courage. Well, stick it on Dain to compensate for the watchful eyes. We'll not transfer anymore to Bifur. The reason you want resources on Bifur is because we're running Longbeard Map-Maker, and he can increase questing power for each lore resource if you need him to. But I don't want to steal too much from Dain. I want him to have enough to play like Gandalf if I draw him. So we'll leave it at that. And requesting. And it's a swordsman, but that's fine. We got 11 still. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to 1. 10 progress. Not going to bother putting the other 7 there. It doesn't matter. Did I play a card this turn? I did. I shouldn't have played another unexpected courage, because you can't play cards when Bridge of Khazad-dûm is active. So no extra unexpected courage. Just 1. And bridge is cleared, and that's phase 1 of the quest done. When revealed, each player must search for 1 enemy of his choice. 1 choice must be the patrol leader. So I have to choose the patrol leader. And if there are no enemies in play, you advance immediately. Otherwise, you need 11 progress. These are both going to engage me. And I will... Should I take a risk and take this damage undefended? Should I have Dain tank both attacks using Record Keeper? And then just eat the additional encounter card? I think I like that a little bit better. I can't tank this guy undefended. He does 5. He'd kill Gimli. I have Citadel Plate, so I'll get Gimli charged up. So he's going to attack. They're both going to be attacking Dain. We do the attack. It is deal 1 damage to the defending character, so Gimli would have died. Or I would have had 4 undefended to assign to Dain. So 1 damage there, and then 4 to 3 is 1 more damage for the attack. And Dain is exhausted, and I'll ready him up with 1 resource. And then he can take the swordsman, and it does nothing, so 3 to 3 is nothing. But he is going to be exhausted at the end of the combat phase, which means revealing another card. And it's not an enemy. That's great, but it's still added to the staging area, and I have to discard a card. And I hope it's not Unexpected Courage, and I hope it's not Citadel Plate. Come on, the 1 out of 3. Citadel Plate. Fine. Well, that's second worst, so now we'll get the second Unexpected Courage, and we'll add 2 more. And we'll get the Axehand out. When was that revealed? It was after the movement phase, so I had no chance to move there last turn. We're just gonna quest with... Let's even these resources out once with Bifur. Can do it once per round. Gonna quest with those 2. And Dain. I'll use Dain to tank that. I'll use Gimli to tank that. I'll attack with those guys. Attack with him on that. I'll leave one just in case stuff happens, or will I ready up Gimli? I'm not going to be greedy here. I'll be prepared. Just Bifur and the Hammersmith. It's a location, so 8 against, 3, 4, 5. I'll go ahead and Cave Torch on the mine shaft. What do I get? I get a patrol leader, the second one in the deck. That's a nice 1 out of 37. And then I'll add 2 threat. Just putting me up to 41 to clear that. I got 3, 6 to 3, 4, 5. 1 more threat for losing the quest. He's gonna engage. It's gonna go like this. So this one's on Dain, does nothing. This one's on Gimli, does 2. This one's on the veteran Axehand, raise threat by 2, get in trouble with the threat. And we're good on attacks. So now, if I ready up Gimli, I can swing for 5. With him will be 7. So let's ready up Gimli. Attempt to take out a patrol leader for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. Is not cancelled. Patrol leader will die. And that's all I'm going to do this turn. I could deal 1. I might as well do that. I'll deal 1 damage to this. Well, actually, I declare him as an attacker, which exhausts him. Let me check if when the action phase is in combat. Okay, so the player declares the target of the attack and the attacker, which exhausts him. Then there's an action window in which I can use Unexpected Courage to ready him. And now he will swing for 3 because dwarves get +1 when he's ready. So his damage will be 3, which kills that swordsman. And leaves him ready for the Watchful Eyes. 2 Unexpected Courages is very strong. I should have moved there, but I forgot. I'm not going to correct it because I forgot. I don't like to correct mistakes like that because it helps me play better in the future. I will correct mistakes that are not in my favor, unless it just happened like I just forgot something out of order. But when it's 2 phases prior, no, I'm not going to correct that. Gandalf's a good draw. I'm going to go ahead and use Gandalf to try to kill that patrol leader, because if I succeed, I'll immediately proceed to the next quest. And then I can send everybody and just complete it. So this is for game right here. If I get this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If an enemy doesn't come out to cancel this damage, I'm going to win this turn. And an enemy does not cancel the damage, so Gandalf deals 4, which kills that patrol leader. And now, as there are no enemies in play, I immediately advance to the next stage of the scenario. I do not collect resources during the resource phase, but if I defeat this stage, I win the game, so I'm sending everybody. Will just run for the exit. Now I really wish I'd moved there last turn. Let's see if it bites me or not. 5 against, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 to 5 is 12 progress. Completed it exactly, so almost bit me, but in the end it did not. And that's game. So after a couple of failures, in the end, we get some luck. We got a lot of luck in the start. Like, a lot of luck. That was really nice. But we did have to beat 2 patrol leaders at once. That wasn't lucky. The Gandalf top deck was huge. I think I still would have been okay, depending on what came up. But yeah, top decking Gandalf. Big money. And that's the end of the quest with a victory. So thanks for watching.